Hello, everyone. My name is Ryan McFadden, and I serve as the Director of Facilities for Grace Community Church. And today, one of my responsibilities is to provide training regarding to safety and procedures, and we're going to be talking about tornado and severe weather emergencies. This presentations are not only for our staff, but also for volunteers who assist at the various locations for Grace, that includes the North Liberty and Old Brick. So regarding today, we're going to be covering these various topics. We're going to go through more of these different topics, and this presentation should last about 13 minutes. So let's go ahead and get started. The National Weather Service has developed a method of identifying storm conditions that foster and develops of tornadoes. The classification and definition of the storms and conditions are the following. So go ahead and take a minute to read these definitions. And there are four characteristics when it comes to a tornado. And you probably know these before in severe weather storms, which includes dark skies, possibly in a greenish cloud tent, a large lowering cloud front, large hailstones that are falling, and a large roar that sounds like a freight train. If you see any of these warning signs or a combination of them, please tune into your National Weather Service as soon as possible and possibly seek shelter immediately. And when it comes to making a call, we want to make sure that we're escorting and providing the clearest information to our congregation members. During tornado warnings, the church staff and volunteers will stay in tune with the National Weather Service and local weather regarding the condition of it. Should a tornado develop which threatens the area, the church staff and or volunteers should initiate action to notify and protect all staff members and visitors in the facilities. Regarding to the North Liberty facilities, the executive pastor and director of facility will make the final call that the church congregation on a Sunday morning needs to move to a secure location due to a tornado warning. For downtown, it will be the two campus pastors. If you have an event that's happening outside of church services on Sunday, such as a Wednesday night student ministry, please listen to your staff and leaders that are overseeing the program. These are the people that will make the call and that are paying attention to the weather to make sure that you move into a secure location. If you are in a building outside of church hours and there are other additional meetings or events that are going on, we encourage you to notify other individuals in the building to move to a secure location and help to assist them as much as possible. Move into the one secure rooms that we will be outlining in a few slides here. And then also listen for the sirens. Within North Liberty, you have a siren that's about half a mile north of the facilities, and there should be one within a downtown Iowa City for Old Brick. Please note, though, that the outdoor sirens are designed to notify citizens outdoors. There is no sirens that has an all-clear signal to it. And finally, we encourage you on your smartphone devices to download the local news apps so you have more information and notification regarding to the extreme weathers, and also possibly some weather apps. Some of these will include KGAN, KWWL, and KCRG. And for a weather app, the Weather Channel. So make sure you are downloading these and update on your notification that you'll be receiving them. Now, regarding the tornado safety basics, we want to make sure that the tornadoes and tornado-producing weather conditions are common in Iowa. Familiarize yourself with the basics of protecting yourself wherever you may be. When you hear the announcement for tornado warning, act on the following procedures. The first is shelter in place until you hear an announcement from the member of the church staff and or volunteers that it's safe to return to your area. Please respect the authority of the leaders that are overseeing the program, the congregation. We will do our best to get you to the secure location as fast as possible, including your children. For parents, we ask you to please let the volunteers and staff serve and protect your children and guide them. Please do not go over to the children's classroom area and start grabbing your kids, because that will provide more chaos and challenges to get everyone to a secure location. Please move into an orderly fashion, and we will do our best. Once all signal is clear, we will reunite you to your children as fast as possible. We also encourage you to move away from any windows. Now, if you do have time, feel free to shut or close the window blinds and shades to help prevent flying glass and debris that causes most injuries during a tornado if it's hit. But if you do not have time, do not feel obligated to do it. Move to a secure location as possible. Regarding to opening or closing a window, doesn't matter. Just please move into a closed location. Warn others, as we kind of said earlier, if you are using the facility and you are here, we encourage you to meet and see other people to encourage them to move to the safety location. Assist those who may have a mobile or physical disability to a secure location. If you're at a North Liberty facility, feel free to check out the East Wing Auditorium and Gym. And if you're at Old Brick, look at both the upper and lower levels. Move away from large areas such as the auditorium and gym in North Liberty and the sanctuary in Old Brick. The structures are not our best built when it comes to a tornado. If it hits, it will collapse or provide more debris. You need to move into a enclosed room. So move into an interior or a room that's more in the middle or the lowest part of a building, so that way you can prevent less damage for yourself. If an interior hallway, move away from the window and crouch down as low as possible, and we will teach you here the tornado safety position. And if moving to a safer location in the building is not possible, get underneath a desk or a table and find an interior office. They will provide some protection, especially if objects are being fallen from the ceiling and not hurt you during the process. Now let's take a look at here and look at some secure locations on both campuses. We're going to look at the North Liberty campus first, and we're going to split it into two locations of the primary and secondary locations, and we'll also highlight some areas to go to. So regarding to North Liberty, look at the areas here in the yellow. These areas will include a nursery room, conference room, central staff office, cult room, print room, men's and women's restroom and locker room, kitchen and pantry, and gym storage closet. Please note regarding to the central staff office, we are not talking about the offices behind the church main office. There are some offices that are located that in the middle of the hallway that has no windows and more central of the church. These rooms also has no windows that will be available, so you don't have to worry about glass being flown. Now, some of the rooms too that need to access with a key, but there are some rooms that you do not need a key that you can enter, such as the court room and the men's and women's restrooms. There are secondary rooms that we would say that advise are good locations, but there are some potential dangers with them. And these are mostly in the East Wing. The East Wing hallway that could be used, including the classrooms. If you're going to be in the classrooms, move away from the windows, crouch down into the tornado safety position, and even possibly cover yourself up with a table to prevent flying debris of glass. Regarding to the hallways, the middle hallway that leads from the main to the custodial closet is one of the best hallways because there is no windows in those areas, and the majority of the long hallway can be secured as well too. There are some areas we want to avoid though at the North Liberty campus, and that includes the auditorium, foyer, gym, loft, and annex. The annex is the rooms that's outside the south end of the main facility. If you are in these locations during a tornado warning, move to a safer location immediately. The structure is not prohibits for tornadoes and the potential of roof collapsing and other components. Regarding to the Old Brick, we don't have a map up here yet, but there are two levels, and we encourage you regarding the two parts. On the primary location, we move you to head downstairs of Old Brick into either the classrooms that they have for children's ministry or in the hallway. These are going to be the best secure locations if there's a tornado warning. And possibly also do some bathrooms or for our internal structure would be great. Secondary location will include the hallway behind the sanctuary, as there are minimum glass, but it is upstairs, so that it does provide some risk. But make sure that the best option is to move downstairs in those areas. And last, the areas to avoid are two areas. Is one, the sanctuary, as it's a large open area, as we highlighted before, and also the upstairs classroom or conference room. One side of the classroom is full of glass, and that would be very dangerous if any of the glass is broken and be sworn around the tornado. We will have a map of this in the future, and we'll update the training video. Tornado safety position. So these are things that to note that if you are getting ready to be taking care of this secure location, that what do you do? So first up, regarding to volunteers. If you are a volunteer leading a classroom with full of children, these are the basic things we'd like you to do. 1, stay by the door and form the children in a line. Have a buddy system that would be easy to escort them to a secure location. Walk to the location and move them to a wall and have them sit down next to it. Once the children are there, including yourself, adults, this is something that we want to do. It's called the tornado safety position. Are the following: sit and kneel and facing the wall, hand over the back of their necks and head, and tuck into a ball. The diagram on the right here shows how to be informed into the tornado safety position. This is going to be the best one because if any debris fall from the ceilings, you have some or little protection at the back of your head than versus other areas. And if you're possible to, take shelter underneath the table. That will provide more protection too. If you're outdoors because you are traveling or you're outside having activity, we want to encourage you to do the following when it comes to a tornado. 1, move indoors as soon as possible into a secure location. However, if you're not able to get inside because the doors are locked, seek different locations for shelters. For North Liberty, look at the Depot gas station across the street and the Liberty High School. For Old Brick, head over to one of the UI classrooms, Pomerantz or Papa John Center, or one of the residence halls, Stanley Courier, Birch, or Dom. And finally, we also want to highlight that if one of the buildings that you are in actually gets hit by a tornado, there are some things that we want to do. Tornadoes can cause death and injury and can destroy or make up buildings and roads unsafe. Once a tornado has passed and a tornado warning is canceled, we want to use extreme caution. The following are some things to take note of those. Now, after a tornado warning has been issued or canceled, all the staff leaders and volunteers will inform the congregation that everything is good and will reunite with everybody. If you're a parent, we'll reunite you with your kids, and we'll make sure that everybody is safe during this time. We'll also check out the outside perimeter to see if everything is good regarding to fallen branches, electrical wires, or anything else that could provide a hazard or potential dangerous. And we will let the congregation know that they're able to exit at any time. Now, if you have any questions or comments, feel free to contact me, and I'll be glad to answer any questions. But I do want to thank you for taking this time to watching this video. If you have any questions, feel free to email me at ryanm@graceb3.org. And that's all. Thank you, everybody. God bless, and rock on to the fullest.